In tonight's first time ride interview, I get to talk to one of my best friends, college roommate, and a very smart individual who's never ridden in a Tesla before, my bud Kev. We're passengers together. Let's ride. All right. Thank you, sir, for riding this morning.
Thank you for chauffeuring me.
I'm here with my lifelong best friend, Kev. First time ride as a passenger.
First time in a Tesla ever.
I'll ask you some things and then we can shoot the shit. What would you say is your first things that come to mind as far as I don't know, am I really cool with this machine, carrying my life in it on its own type thing?
Well, right now it seems like it's driving as well as any human driver that I've ridden with. So no red flags or weirdness or anything, upon the first mile or so here, which is pretty wild. I also think it's amazingly relaxing to, not have to be, I guess more for you.
Yeah.
It's not so serious when the machine's doing it for you. So it's like the morning's a little slow this morning, but that's not a big deal. You and I can talk and catch up and enjoy our coffee.
Exactly.
I'm very interested to see how it handles all the different kinds of roads, like country, smaller roads to the interstate, to the traffic and everything. But yeah, right now this is...
Well, that's a good point on the relief level, because that was one of the first things I noticed in the first week was what I realized was, you already know this, why people get road rage. It's because their nervous system is on guard. You're in vigilance mode when you're driving because you're responsible, and it's hey, fucker, don't mess with me. That went away.
Right.
And even if I'm going a little bit slower somewhere or somebody pulls out in front of me, I'm kind of just reacting more oh, look at this moron. But
right.
I'm not hey,
And if you're trying to wait to pull out in a really big long line of traffic, you don't have to be sitting there vigilant looking for that space.
No.
You can just wait for when the space actually exists. It'll take advantage of it.
I would like to show you the feeling of the acceleration is capable of.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wait to do that till we get to a lower starting speed. But you can give it inputs while it's still in self-driving. I can give it a little bit of gas anytime I want just to pick up the speed a little bit, and it'll maintain the speed higher if it deems it safe to do so, or it'll start backing it down if it prefers that. But you can give it that input. You can also, the one control it has outside the screen is this turn signal, and you can, I'll show you on the interstate, you can tell it to change lanes and stuff if you have a preference on certain situations.
Oh, cool.
And it still stays in self-driving. If you want to take it out of self-driving, you either yank on the wheel, touch the brake, or press this little scroll button right here.
So if you just tap the brake, it takes it out of self-driving, kind of like when you turn off cruise control.
Yeah, same concept in that regard.
That seems like you want to be careful with your feet then.
Yeah, you don't want to
accidentally hit the brake and it not...
In fact, one time I did take it out of self-driving on purpose because I was trying to go a different way or maneuver, and but I forgot to grab the steering wheel.
Yeah.
I was whoa, I need to...
Got to do that.
Remember, it's the whole thing.
Remember that?
Yeah, the car has been so consistently good at every single situation that it's quickly become more annoying that I have to pay attention.
Yeah. It feels...
This is the camera right here that makes sure you are. And it tracks your eyeballs. So even if I'm...
How not paying attention do you get in trouble? Like if you're just
Yeah,
looking at your
big time.
phone like
Yeah.
this is when it yells at you?
It knows the difference. I will hold the phone right here sometimes and be just like looking down, and it'll be like, hey.
Okay.
Like it reads your eyeballs.
Yeah.
And if you have it doesn't like if you're wearing a hat. It'll annoy you even more if you're wearing a hat because it can't see your eyeballs.
Yeah, okay. So it doesn't want you to treat it like public transportation where you're just like, all right, I'm going to read my book and all that. And someone has to be in the driver's seat.
Yeah,
right
currently.
Yeah.
Now in Austin and California right now, they're starting to test their robotaxi network officially. They've been doing it. And they've just started now offering driverless rides in the robotaxi network. So you order a robotaxi by a Tesla in Austin, you might have a Tesla pull up with nobody in it, and it'll just take you where you're going.
Yeah. And this thing is incredibly smooth.
And quiet.
Like the movements of, not just the suspension and everything, but the movements of the car is incredibly smooth.
Fluid.
Like left, right, and everything, you know. Some people when they merge, it's like
yeah. A lot of people drive with a bit of jerkiness.
Fluid is a really good word for it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's none of that. How's your ass and everything warming?
I could go down to a 1 now.
Yeah.
And now that I've got that heat stored up in my glutes.
Yeah.
See, and then this person's like coming over the line a little bit.
Yeah, now it's watching all that all the time, and I like being able to see the cameras and what's going on.
Whoa, that's intense.
Yeah. front one will get you a little bit.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to remember, it's basically, you know how like say you now are worried about somebody merging in front of you. Mm-hmm. When you're focused on that, obviously you're not 100. You better like kind of have in your working memory, who was behind me? Was there anybody next to me? Like, can I get over if I need to? Oh, I got to check. I got to look at. And those are the situations that it's like the most clear that like, oh, this is like a human sort of level of attention on 8 different cameras all at the same time, all the time. Right. So it knows all of that all the time.
Yeah.
And it's hard for us to like even conceptualize what that would be like because it's not how our brains work, but like fundamentally that's a lot more safer.
Yeah, no kidding. That's always the scary part, like when I've avoided a number of crashes where people are merging into me, but my initial reaction tends to always be to then get out of their way and get around, and definitely I don't have the awareness all around of like, is there somebody to the back left of me that I'm not going to swerve into? Whereas this system has all that data instantly.
Yep. Yeah, and it's
So do you like customize it for, you know, how fast you like the car to drive and things like that? Because you know we're doing 83 right now. Like if I could imagine there are people out there who are like, you know, I don't really ever want to go above, you know, never take me above like 3 over.
Right.
Or something.
Yes. So here's where you set that up. First thing you do is you give it an input of how many miles over the speed limit roughly are you comfortable with.
Uh-huh.
And then you pair that up with something called the speed profile. Mm-hmm. So he's telling me to pay attention right now.
Uh-huh.
So there's 5 speed profiles: sloth, chill, standard, hurry, and Mad Max. Obviously I'm a Mad Max kind of guy. But like through my neighborhood, I'll knock it down to standard or chill, and it'll just creep through. And so what these speed profiles do is they take that input of how fast you're comfortable going over as one data variable, and then they apply like a driving style based on the profile. And so that'll affect how often it decides to go over, how aggressively it changes lanes and passes. And the Mad Max driving style is basically how I drive, except even better.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting the choices it's making to change lanes and you know, the speeds and everything. You know,
it would be
you're not doing anything with that. Like, it didn't have to change a lane back there by any means from like more like a robotic analysis perspective, right? Like,
right.
So that's very interesting.
And here,
you drive this thing yourself a lot, don't you, D? It's like, what, you like 14 miles so
13, 14 miles I've driven.
I love it.
Yeah, I think that's the best, like, example to people when I'm like, this is how long I've had the car and this is what I've done. Then people, I think, realize like, oh, like all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I would totally.
And even when I was going to the race in Winston-Salem last week, race is over, it's 10:30 at night, it's cold, it's rainy, like just being able to like ride back from Winston-Salem and be like, take me home now, please.
Yeah.
Like so much less effort. And like when I'm riding around town, first of all, I'm getting way more done just being on work calls on my AirPods.
Yeah.
Because I can like focus on the conversation and all that. But also like, it's like I have extra thinking capacity too.
Yeah.
Like I can just actually think about, what am I going to do about that meeting or that call or whatever.
I can't imagine how nice it would be in a traffic situation.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about, like road rage, the stressful driving situations of, okay, well, I don't have to be so hyper vigilant about the stop and go traffic and the merging over and things like that.
Oh, exactly.
That's the relief that feels amazing. It's not, it's cool, but it's not necessarily that big a deal to not have to drive to like the grocery store or something. But when you're having those like high stress drives, not having to put in that effort, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
How does it do when there are no lines, like either like through a construction zone or maybe some like, older road? Like the road to my house is missing the white line a lot and stuff. It still does really well picking that up.
Yeah, it's end-to-end AI in terms of how it decisions. So it's been trained on like a decade of real-world driving data from the fleet, as well as all the synthetic data they've made and trained it on over time too, for all sorts of edge cases. So it you can actually watch it assessing the situation and deciding what to do and like coming to a conclusion. So like day before yesterday, I was going to a lunch meeting and I was 2-lane road on my house, near my house, and I came up to a 4-way stop with a light that I normally go straight through. And there was these guys working on the road or something, and dude in the middle of the road with his holding up the sign. So it sees the cones, it sees the people, it stops well short, and then the light cycles to green, it doesn't budge. It's just waiting.
Wow.
And then there's like a big truck in the road and everything, dump trucks moving across, it's waiting, light cycles to green again, still waiting on the dude with the sign. Then truck gets out of the way, and they had my lane completely blocked off. So the situation was, not only did it have to read the sign, it had to go across the yellow line, weave around other cars waiting head on, and get back over to the other lane. And dude flipped that sign, and the second that sign flipped, it went right through there and kept right on going.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh, that's incredible.
And now there's all sorts of people posting videos from up north of like all the snow and stuff that happened over the winter.
Oh,
And a lot of Teslas are all-wheel drive, and so they're posting videos of their Teslas out driving in like complete snow-covered roads.
Wow.
You can't see anything.
Can't see anything.
Anything, and the car is just crushing it because it understands the intent. It's not like a Waymo that still has hard-coded robotic decision processes in it. And you see these headlines about like Waymo gets stuck on a median or whatever. See, now that was a Mad Max move right there.
Yeah.
It just went around that car and like weaved through there just to keep passing. Oh yeah, we won't be there till 8:11. We're a little late.
He says that actually we'll be there a little early.
Oh,
so
that was perfect.
That's good. Yeah.
That's good. This is showing you your distance in the trip, like the little marker to the right, and then your battery that'll be left when you get there.
wow. Yeah.
There's a couple thousand chargers across the country, and if you plot it, if you tell it you need to go somewhere, and it realizes like you're going to need to charge, it'll just offer up what chargers you can stop at if you want.
How many miles can you drive a day off the charge from your garage?
Right now it's 262 range left on 72%. So it's like leaving your house, and for battery maintenance, you only charge it to 80% unless you need to go above that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so...
Unless you know you're going on like some long trip, you're like, fill that bad boy up. Otherwise, they want to keep the battery maintained.
Yeah, the full range on this one with rear-wheel drive is 340 miles. So it's a solid tank of gas. Right. And the thing that you don't think about is since you're plugging it in at home at night and it's just charging while you're not thinking about it anyway, you're basically leaving your house every day with almost a full equivalent of a full tank of gas.
Right.
So it's like there's no real thought about like, and obviously you're never having to go to the gas station either. The cost I saw for my first month of doing about 1,000 miles for home charging was $40. Home charging cost for 1,000 miles.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And you're running it off your standard electric. You haven't put in like a 30 or 50 amp plug or...
Yeah, I got a 50 amp plug, but the cost would be the same either way.
Oh, okay. You did put in a 50 amp plug for this car, or you're using like an existing one?
No, I installed a 50 amp.
Yeah,
and actually there's $1,000 tax credit for the charger install. There's no more... The tax credit for the vehicle itself ended.
Last year, or...
Yeah.
So did you get it because you like
No, I missed that.
Okay.
It had already ended.
Yeah.
But there's still a tax credit for the charger in your house. And actually I'll show you when we get home, I actually have now installed 2 more actual Tesla wall chargers on the outside of the garage on their own circuits. So I have 3 chargers on 3 circuits now.
That's cool.
Because I'm going to use those when I start trying to like run the basics of a business. I know we're almost there.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Now, is there anything sports questions wise you'd like a real-time opinion on?
A real-time opinion?
Any question of like what's going on right now that people are talking about some sporting person or moment, or...
Are we going to ask Grok?
Yeah.
I'd like to know what the best Winter Olympic bet to lay would be.
All right, Kit, take a look on X right now and figure out, based on what everybody's saying and your own analysis, what do you think the best bet to place right now on the Winter Olympics is?
USA is surging on the medal odds, now at plus 140 to win the most overall after strong early finishes, while Norway's still favored at minus 195 for most golds. I'd bet USA to take the most medals. Value there with the momentum.
All right, Kit, now you got to understand, Kit, I'm riding with my lifelong friend Kev here, and he likes baseball a lot, which we all know is not the best sport. So I want you to just go hard on him and roast his ass and tell him why NASCAR is the sport he should be watching.
Yo, Kev, baseball's for folks who love 3-hour naps interrupted by hot dog breaks. NASCAR's non-stop chaos with 40 cars banging doors at 200 miles an hour. Real American adrenaline. Ditch the slow strikes and watch wrecks that actually wake you up, brother.
All right, now that was pretty good, but I want you to get more unhinged. Go hard on him.
Kev, you baseball-clinging fossil, staring at grown men chasing stitches like it's foreplay, while real alphas in NASCAR slam steel at breakneck speeds, sparks flying like your mom's fireworks on the 4th. Pure testosterone inferno. Swap that snooze fest for engines roaring louder than your regrets, or stay a spectator in life's fast lane, you slow-pitch chump.
Oh, jeez. Can I talk to him? Like if I just...
Yeah.
But his name is Kit. Kit, tell me how good my outfit is today.
Tell you what about Kit?
Didn't hear you.
I said tell you what about Kit. Give me more details.
Tell me how good I look today.
You look sharp today, Derek. Totally crushing it. What's the occasion?
Hanging out with my best bud from high school.
Sounds fun. Hope you guys have a blast catching up. Where are you headed?
We're gonna go race go-karts this morning.
Cool. Closest one's Apex Racing Lab. Just 3.3 miles away in Cary. Opens at noon though. Rush hour karting 6.6 miles in Morrisville. Opens at 10. Want me to nav to one?
No, not yet.
I turned him off. I don't want him to get confused on where we're going.
Yeah, turn around.
That does happen sometimes. So you can tell it like all sorts of natural instructions on like destinations, and multiple of them at a time. It'll plot them all out. Like you can be like, all right, first I need to go to Costco. Then I want you to figure out somewhere I can go to breakfast near there. Then I got to go drop off a thing at the bank on this road.
Find me the best Starbucks on my route so I get coffee in the next 20 minutes.
Exactly. You can just describe shit you need to do, and it'll boop, 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 like put it all up there. And if you approve, you just hit it. And then as you go to each place, it'll be like, okay, we're here. And you get back in the car, you hit the button, you just keep going.
What does it have its own nav program, or is it using like Google or?
No, it's using its own nav and GPS connectivity. But I've read that they're getting ready to launch Apple CarPlay with it.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know how that'll affect things.
I thought Apple CarPlay was going away.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so we've got. Oh, there's a charger here. Interesting.
That's sweet.
It's saying park at the charger. See, you have park settings where you can say like curbside park. We'll go curbside. We got to go in and get them. What are we doing?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. I'll text him.
I'm telling it to park, but it's like saying like, okay, well, we're going to park at the charger then. That's interesting. It's probably not. I wonder if it's like a default Tesla charger. Apparently, there's two main kinds of EV chargers out there. There's the Tesla NACE style, and then there's some other acronym shape for the other.
Does that mean it won't fit yours?
It's a different like connector. So I bought a adapter that basically gives you the whole network essentially.
Nice dynamite.